here we are.
So what is the name of this?
This is our D car. Well, this is an E car actually, but we have a D car which has the cabs, and we have the E car which just has the passengers. So they're in the middle. So you have a D car on either end that you can drive from. But so again, this won't be in revenue service, but we have all our instrumentation set up so that we can do the testing of the vehicles. We can monitor all the systems in here. If there's certain parameters that we have to see, we have the equipment to be able to look at it. As I was telling you all the wires, you can see this is some of the microprocessors and the different controllers that are throughout the system. And when you have a modification in here, you can't put 10 people in there. It's one person, and you have to undo the wire all the way through. It goes through the ceiling, it might go down to the other end. So you have to carefully take that out and then put in a new wire. And you want to dress it in so that it doesn't pinch. So it has to be laid in properly. So it's not a quick process. The other thing is these cars have 3 windows up front. Our old cars had 1, so it gives the train operators a little better view. Whenever we were doing the design, we took train operators to Montreal, and they incorporated a lot of ideas into the cab because that's their work environment. So we
actually brought the drivers who drive this there and said,
yeah,
what do you need
we took
improved?
3 very experienced train operators. We had a full cab layout. They looked at the buttons, how everything was laid out, what they would need here.
What was the one thing they say they really wanted?
There was quite a few, but the different layout of the buttons, so that the stop button was at a certain place and the horns were at a certain place, so they didn't have to cross their hands. When you're coming into the station, you want to cover a stop button and you want to hit the horn. So you want to make sure you do that properly. Give you another idea. So you saw one cabinet, right? But just to give you an idea, so these won't be open, but this is what we use to diagnose the problems. It's a touch screen, and it'll show you if there's issues on the car or whatever. But this will normally be locked up during service. But just to give you an idea of the cabinet, let's see which one's locked. It's always the one I don't check. No, this is it.
Whoa.
So if you want to...
This will be a good shot for closing and then opening. So if you can do that again, Mr. Handler, it shows how complicated everything is.
I don't want people to show what's in here because I don't want them breaking in. But to give you an idea of, the one up there, they're not going to get into, but just gives you an idea of the amount of complexity in, in each of these cabinets and the amount of wiring. So getting the individual subsystems working is one issue, but then integrating them is where it took a lot of time. Making sure they were talking to each other. You good here? Yeah. Okay.
Do you mind if we shoot this?
No, I don't mind at all. It's called...
what does it do?
It basically, if there's a problem on a car, the train operator can call one of our mainline technicians. They can get on, open this up, and it'll tell them what the train makeup is. So you can see this is a 3-car train, 3001, 4004, 3003. They can hit one of the buttons and look and see what the problem is on the system, and see if they can diagnose it and fix it so that we don't have to take the train out of service.
You want to get ahead of us?
Yeah. I'm certified wayside, so they're good. I got less than 5. I only got 3 people with me. So this is, you kind of get a view of what it'll look like. It'll be cleaner in service because the floors, tracking sand or whatever in there, but we'll fully clean them once we're done testing them. It gives you kind of an idea of what we're doing and how we're running the tests. And then this last car is This last car is loaded for AW3 weight. AW3 weight would be a crush weight. That would be...
What does that mean? Max number of people?
Max number of people. So like 200 and some people, every seat taken, plus everybody
like jam, how it is
jam
rush
as
hour.
high as many people as you could jam on a car. And that's what we're simulating. It's 110,000 pounds with the sandbags in the car.
One more time. So what is this simulating right now?
This is simulating a fully loaded crushed car. So passenger in every seat and then shoulder to shoulder, jammed in as much as you can jam in. So it's 110,000 pounds with the car body and the sand, and that's the full weight of crush weight of a vehicle. An empty car is 67,000 pounds, so you can do the math on what we have to add.
A lot more.
Yeah, a lot of sand. We would have the people standing or sitting in. So it's a real life demonstration, and then, you know, if we run this test and it fails, they unload the sand, they do other tests, they go back and they try and fix it, and we have to load it back up. They'll run the test again.
Time consuming.
It's time consuming. It takes a day or two to put off an outside company, and that's
just the hard labor at that point.
Yeah. I think they use a gardening company.
Yeah, because you can't use a machine. You can't just walk it in, put it down.
They bring a fork truck up right to the doors, but then you have everything else is manual. You know?
Exhausting.
So racks. The other thing, you know, we had poles in each doorway, but
What kind of like that?
Yeah,
right
but you know, some of the wheelchair folks, and you know, they didn't want the wheelchairs on either end. They wanted to put them together. If they're together, they can ride together. They wanted this to be open so they can move back and forth. So we did some modifications. We put in this bar for people to hold on to help, because it's kind of a trade-off. You know, you need a bar to hold on when you're in this area, but we understand their issue. They need to be able to get in and out of the car. So we were trying to do a design modification. This was another design that we had to modify.
Yeah, these are different.
Yeah, these are a little bit longer because they're higher, and then we put in more straps throughout the car.
So down to the smallest detail, I have to think out. Well, yeah, you think it out now, so we're like, we've already made 200, 1,000 trains.
You know, we had the design, and then when there's a little task force that you know.
How far along have you said percentage-wise? We're 80%. Really? So
yeah.
You're confident we're in the last home stretch?
Yeah. Unless something major pops up, yeah, we have the design pretty much there. And
so these last 2 months have been just running the gun, let's get this, and it's been a lot,
yeah.
I imagine, the last 2 months.
Yep, last several months. A lot of testing, a lot of, you know, solutions, and then try it and verify it and
Some of the bigger ones
get
you
it
guys
implemented.
have found solutions for.
Yep.